time zone, West Coast. Mission Hills Country Club, Rancho Mirage, California. I got some great grass court doubles coming up this morning at 10 o'clock with some of the fellas. Been in the gym already this morning just to crack a light little sweat, watch a little tennis channel. Get fired up for this. Yes. Come on. All right, guys, look, what I've got for you today is a point from an exhibition played a couple of years ago. And one of the things is in doubles, obviously, is communication. And I just think that there's a couple of things I want to remind you of. This is nothing earth shattering, but it can get a little confusing sometimes to an opponent. Both you guys are maybe back in the backcourt, and opponent plays the ball right down the middle. Well, who takes it? Yours, mine? No, what? So we're going to work on that. Let me first do this. Get to a little different screen. Not that one. Let's go with this one. Thank you very much. Okay, good. And guys, look, down below in the comments area, chat area, wherever you are, let me know what's going on. What's on your tennis agenda today? Have you got tennis? Have you got, well, I would love to hear, I have tennis and a little workout in the gym. Hey, Rich, good morning. Lefty, Alameda, California. So let's get this going. But yeah, down below, let me know what is going on with your tennis workout schedule today. So here we go. I'm going to turn this volume down just a hair here. Got Paul Wolf over there. And here's where we stop the video. I'm going to get into this in just a second. Just a quick reminder before we get into today's episode of What's the Right Shot, every afternoon at 2:30 Pacific time zone, 5:30 back there on the East Coast, every day. Usually it's live, but once in a while I got to pre-record it. I will be live this afternoon, and a little tough love on the mental part of the game. And really what I'm doing is sharing things that didn't work for me, and then what has worked for me, especially over the last 18 months, what I've trained in terms of 5 mindset skill habits that if you haven't looked at my course yet, I think you should. I really think you should. It's been a game changer for me. It's been the missing piece, and I know it has for a lot of other students as well. So if you have not done that yet, be sure to take a look at it. And look, part of it is right here. I've got a free video for you, about 20-minute video, and it teaches you, it shows you what is my 4 parts between points, routine, system, whatever we want to call it. But it's really important. And not only does it give you tactical clarity of how do you want to start the next point. And there's a big difference between how do you want to start the next point as opposed to, well, here's what I got to do to win the next point, because if I win the next point, then it'll be add in. If I win that point, then it'll be 5-3, blah, blah, blah. You know where I'm going with that. You can only really decide how do you want to start the next point and just kind of take it from there, right? You're not in total control of the outcome. But the other benefit of this 4 parts between point system is that once you get into the point itself, it gives you some shot choice clarity. Those are 2 big things. You got to train it, right? You got to train it. So go on over to webtennis.com when we're done and drop in a first name and email address, and you'll get access to that free course. So look, communication right here is super, super crucial. And who takes this ball, right? Well, we got 2 backhands in the middle. Not that that really matters that much. At any level, the backhands ought to be just as good as the forehands. So I don't see that as a problem. But first of all, one of you 2 guys has got to early commit to either mine or yours. And it doesn't matter whose it is. Right? I just kind of look at this as Lenny right here is the one who probably, I don't know, I don't think we can hear it, but he says mine. And what I like is that it's coming, the line of the ball is coming more into him as opposed to his partner where the ball's drifting a little bit away from him, making a little bit tougher shot. So one way you might think about, well, who's going to take this is the ball coming into you or not? And if it's coming into you on the line like this, then I would say, just say yours. I mean, just say yours. Just say mine. Okay. And, and there you have it. Look, not an exact science. The number one key is that communication has to be early and it has to be decisive, right? I mean, you've just got to tell your partner at some point, mine, right? Or yours, whatever it is, but it's got to be decisive. It's got to be early. And then once you decide who's going to take it, the other guy has to now move to at least a neutral position, kind of moving away so that your partner has got full freedom to do whatever they want with the ball here, right? So let's take this to the end of the point. And I'm going to tell you with Paul, I know he said mine early because he's got a big time overhead, right? Much easier for him with the overhead here than me with the high backhand chunker, right? And he just goes for it, right? He just goes, he has this shot, not only the overhead, but on the serve, which is a little unsettling to know that when he's lining up, you don't really know where he's going to go with this, right? I mean, he could go right here in the middle easily. He could go out here, but I think he's smartly thinking maybe this side so that when it comes back, he'll be able to recover. But what I'm telling you is that this is like, I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's just great. It's just great. So anyway, guys, there you have it. Hope this has been helpful today. You know what I'll do is I'll go back and play the point all the way from the start and not stop it and not say anything and let you guys kind of absorb and leave me some comments or questions down below about this point. And I'll be happy to respond to them. If you want to keep it private, you can always shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. And here you go. And boom. And there it is, folks. Look, if you like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you always get updated anytime I go live and or upload new content for you. And so, look, I want you to consider, as I said earlier, if you've not seen this yet, my course on the 5 Mindset Skills Habit Training course, check it out. There's a link down below in the description area. It'll take you right there to the info page. And if you like what you see, go ahead and get enrolled. And it's the missing piece. And I think a big thing, one of the big challenges we have is, this big difference between how we play in practice as opposed to the real match. And it's basically, it comes down to stress. I think the messaging has always been, oh, well, there's nothing on the line when we play in practice. And that's not true. There is something on the line when you play a practice match. You can't tell me that you don't care if you win. I mean, sure, maybe there's some times where you're working on something specific. And when I'm doing that, I really don't play a match. I'll go ahead and play some points. But if there's something specific I want to work on where I just can't compete the way that I want to, that my mind is focused on one thing, I'll probably just play points. But if I'm playing a practice match or a practice set, you know what? I'm into it. I want to win. And I'm sure that you do as well. So those are kind of two different arenas in terms of what we do in practice. But the big difference, I think, is stress. And I think we just bring another level of stress to the real deal. The real deal meaning that the match result's going to be made public. Could be a tournament, could be a league match, could be even a serious practice match at your tennis facility where you guys have agreed that, hey, whatever happens here, we're going to post the results up on the blackboard. Whatever. I'm just saying that there's another level of stress, and the mental side of the game helps you reduce. When you really get good at the mental part of tennis, it reduces stress in the real match. And I'll tell you, for me, I'm so much more focused now in the real deal than I am in practice. I'm not the greatest practice match player. I'm much better in the real deal, but that's just a lot of experience right there, right? Knowing how to focus, and there you have it. So look, what do you get when you get less stress or no stress in the real deal? That's right. You get clarity and focus. So Guys, yeah, go ahead. If you've not done so already, go on over to webtennis.com. There is a link down below in the description area that will take you there. And I want to get you hooked up with my free course on my 4-step between points routine. By the way, between points and on side changes, not playing points in the match 80% of the time. If you nail that 80% of the time, you play so much better in the 20%, which is actually playing points. So go ahead and pick that up. What do we got here? Mr. Crank's noon doubles at the BTC, the world famous Berkeley Tennis Club. Born there in, not me, the club was 1906, down below, a little bit lower where it is right now. And I think it was over on, I can't remember the name of the street, but now right next to the Claremont Hotel. Yeah, they call it the resort now. I'm going with the hotel. That's where I was born and raised as a member there. Mom and Dad remembers when I was born in 1948. It's my second home. My second home. So love the Berkeley Tennis Club. And by the way, if you're looking for a tournament, I'm going to be running the tournament desk and kind of the player experience this year at the Pacific Coast Senior Tournament, May 23rd through the 27th. And it's a level 2, not a gold ball event, but it's a level 2 right down below it. Lots of events play like a category 1, a gold ball event in terms of the quality of players that enter. And if you're looking for something, I highly encourage you to do that. I don't think I've got to do it. I've got to put a link there to the tournament page. But if you're interested in getting some more information about it, you can just Google 2024 Pacific Coast Senior Tennis Tournament, and it'll come up, and click it, and you'll get some great information about it. There's a deal. They got a special rate at the Claremont Hotel right next door. And there's another hotel there as well with a special rate. And it's going to be a new level of player experience. I guarantee it. And any questions, just shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. All right, guys. Hope this has been helpful today. Yeah, okay. I'm out there. Grass court 10 a.m. Maybe the Big O and I will get out there a little bit early, hit some balls for, say, 20 minutes before, kind of get a little lather going. But as always, look, it's time. We got to get out there. We must help another human. Have a great day today, guys. Thanks for hanging out. See you again, hopefully this afternoon, 2:30 p.m. Pacific, for some tough love on the Tennis Mindset Project. Guys, thanks again. See you again next time.